Back in the glorious year of 2014, I entered middle school as an 11-year-old short stack, optimistic and carefree. Halfway through what had already been a hectic first week, my mom thinks I need a phone so she can stay in contact with me and whatnot. And of course, there's no chance I'm arguing with that. You're saying I can text my friends and play Clash of Clans anywhere? Hell yeah. So we go to AT&T. I cop the blue iPhone 5C, and I'll tell you, there is no feeling like that first time being able to play with your cock out in public. And for those first couple days, I was content as a clam with that being the full extent of it. But then that Friday, one of my friends comes over after school, and while we're hanging out, he sees me playing with my cock, right? And he brings up Instagram, the cool app everyone at school's using. Naturally, I'm intrigued. So I install it, set up my account, come up with what I thought at the time was an awesome username. Posted myself doing the ice bucket challenge, got some followers and likes, and immediately I was hooked. All the numbers and notifications, I just wanted more. It's set up like a game, and that's where the problems start to arise, especially for an 11-year-old child. That same day, I'm following all my friends and see that one of them already has hundreds of followers and likes. He's got the fine-ass 8th grade girls commenting. Dude looked lit as hell at the 5th grade graduation. I don't remember it being that fun. Boom! All of a sudden that competitive feeling started kicking in. Look at me over here with my 15 followers and my 6 likes. I felt beneath him. Social media? Nah. This shit is competitive life. But unlike a game of basketball or Rocket League, where you shoot 1 for 14 with 4 turnovers, or realize you're never getting out of diamond, after you're done playing, you quickly forget about it. But on here, the highlights of your life are on blast. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. With your followers and engagement being your elo, viewable by all the dickheads you go to school with and see 5 days a week. Early on, I'd go through people's followers and follow every single one, just trying to get my numbers up. Even excluding social media, middle school has always been the time where everyone starts going through puberty and becoming self-aware. It's a total shit show. You add in IG, it feels like you're on blast all day, every day. Even at home, which is supposed to be your safe space. Before IG, I was a goofy looking kid. I could give 2 shits about appearance. I had a buzz cut and rocked Crocs. Now all the cool kids are doing their hair, wearing khakis and Vans, going to the mall, and of course posting it every chance they got. So before the next semester started, I had had enough of being called Eng, which I mean wasn't too far off. So I got a new haircut, and of course I acquired some Vans. The combo of middle school and IG had conformed me at 11 years old. Jump ahead to high school, pretty much same shit, but evolved. The mall is old news. Now everyone's driving around and crashing, you know. The IG and Snap is still a battle of trying to appear like your life is all fun, but now with the added goal of trying to impress women. And I'll tell you, I struggled. Not only because I'm pretty goofy looking, but also nothing about me or what I was doing was all that cool or impressive. I had a great group of friends who I still talk to this day. Shout out Pop Big. But the whole lot of us were good law-abiding chaps. So my IG and Snap weren't impressing a soul. Then I'd get home after a pretty uneventful day and see my other classmates partying, drinking,
I'm Sandra, dumb bitch,
driving, and I'd be thinking, wow, that drinking and driving looks like a lot of fun. That constant never-ending comparison absolutely decimated my self-esteem. Add to the fact that I couldn't focus in class, so my grades were mid, and I stopped playing sports because my knees were demolished. I hated school. The only reason I went was to interact with women. I wanted a girlfriend. I went to physics with hopes of getting physical with my crush. No. But I was terrible at it. Still am. Every aspect, the DMing, the snapping, the flirting. If there's a Riz gene, I ain't got it. Shit's impossible. I could usually get them to laugh, but beyond that, clueless. And eventually there came a point halfway through junior year where after getting rejected multiple times, I just stopped trying. I started rolling up to school in pajama pants and a hoodie. I was washed up and depressed at 16 years old. You hate to see it, but with the constant academic and social pressure that follows you even when you're home, high school truly is a mentally and physically draining period of time. But right at my breaking point, boom, the Rona happened. Lockdown, bitches. While other people were fighting tooth and nail for their lives, mine had been saved. I was sleeping in, no pressure to interact with and impress people I didn't even like, and I cheated on every assignment and test with my buddies in Discord. Life had really been set to recruit difficulty. Every worry of mine during in-person school had dissipated. I even got a girlfriend. With so much free time, creating content on TikTok began to intrigue me. Not because I thought it was a great platform or anything. Nah. Since I based a lot of my self-worth on Instagram and Snapchat engagement, I was hooked after just one video went viral. Seeing those noties fly in, Shibuya Roko. It was like Instagram on crack. After a month of trying to repeat that one video success, I stumbled upon a topic that would get me a lot of views. Peepees. Everything peen related. I started uploading multiple times a day and live streaming. I was making brain rot garbage, but seeing those noties fly in, I could give a shit in a biscuit. That immense feeling of validation when Flight Reacts reposted one of my vids, I genuinely thought I had made it. And of course, while all this great stuff was happening, I had to flaunt it all over Instagram and Snapchat. Look, people I don't even like, I have 50,000 TikTok followers. Aren't I so cool? But when everything seemed to be going right, I got shadow banned on my birthday. And then a few days later, my girlfriend broke up with me. And I was back to square one. After being down as a ditch all summer, right before senior year started, I got back at it. New account, new me. And for the next few months, it was popping off. I was making money from the creator fund, getting positive attention from thousands of people, most of them middle schoolers. But I didn't care. It felt great to be seen and praised. Add in that now me and my friends were staying out late and going to parties, I felt really good about myself. But that wasn't enough. I had my followers run up my Instagram posts so I could appear popping to the people I was going to school with. Comp social media. Now, not only was I doing cool stuff, but now I had a few hundred extra likes to show off on top of that. Wow, what a healthy mindset. And I'll tell you, when a big part of your self-worth is relying on social media numbers, it will never be enough. And those followers and likes on your account aren't even yours, because in an instant, they can all be taken away. 2 days before I was supposed to get paid for the month, what should have been my first pretty solid paycheck, I got straight up banned. No prior warnings, no nothing. I think it was an image I used, but whatever it was, my 300,000 followers gone. The money I thought I had already earned, it was the communists now. I never saw a penny of it. I was absolutely crushed for days. During this period, school was still remote, so outside of my friends, social media was my life. So I couldn't just give up after one ban. I made another account. They had me. I was legit trapped in a toxic relationship with TikTok. Now the Chinese weren't only giving my info to Winnie the Pooh, but they were also fucking with my feng shui. I was stuck in this cycle for my entire senior year. I'd make an account, get a few 100,000 followers, then my videos would start getting taken down. I'd get suspended from uploading for a few days and inevitably get banned each and every time. Eventually getting to the point where it wouldn't even faze me. Because I expected it. I repeated this cycle at least 5 times, probably more. The definition of insanity. But I felt so close to internet fame, I could taste it. Oh my God, it's right there. So I kept going. All while cruising my way through the easiest year of school ever. At graduation, it felt like I was finally free. While going up to get my diploma, the wind took that square hat thing right off my head. But I could give less of a shit. I took my sweet ass time going to pick that thing up. I wasn't gonna have to see most of these people ever again, I thought. But with Instagram, high school never ends. These people are still on your goddamn feed, and because we have dumb monkey brains, we are tricked into thinking we're still in competition with them. I think it was former president and passionate racist Ronald Reagan who once said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." And for the most part, I couldn't agree more. As human beings, we naturally compare and size ourselves up to others for even the stupidest of things. Most of the time in a more negative light, jealous of what others have that we don't. And social media has weaponized this. Jump ahead to present day. It's been 4 years since I graduated from high school, and I'd hop on Instagram to escape the scary existential thoughts of the world, only to find Spencer from sophomore year 7th period chemistry, who I hated.
Hey yo, Mr. White.
Meow.
On spring break in Kabul with his new thick-ass girlfriend, appearing to be having the time of his life. And now I'm even more distraught. Even though I never liked this kid, it's still a cold war of fakery. I'm in too deep. I need to follow him so he still follows me. So when I post, he sees that I'm still doing good, capturing all my best moments and angles. All you see is what they want you to see. We measure up our insecurities to their highlights, or supposed highlights. Because if you think about it, for all you know, Home Slice's trip in reality could have been a week at a White Lotus, right? Maybe our boy Spence didn't dispense enough sunscreen and got 3rd-degree burns. And he got diddled by a shark. All the while, his fine-ass girlfriend is sneaking out of the room at night to get a train run on her by all 6 lifeguards. Not that any of this stuff ever happened, but if it did, there's no behind the scenes. It's only the glorified highlights of the excursions. I know I'm guilty of this. Last summer after my Vegas trip, I put out a post making it look like a jolly old time, which some of it was, but it was also pure utter chaos. We were all sleep deprived. One of our buddies' hearts almost exploded. And one of the nights, this random dude invited us on his party bus, took us to his trap house, and I was almost certain we were about to be human trafficked. And for the women, it's even worse. The whole competition aspect of it all is taken to a whole nother level. They gotta worry about everything already stated. Plus, they're comparing each other's bodies, their boyfriends, and of course, they got the goddamn comment section, which is a whole nother layer of bullshit, where they get comments from other women they barely know being like, "Oh my god, so pretty, star eyes, you're perfect," or "looking like a snack." Meanwhile, she ain't no snack. She's a whole combo meal. That's Griselda 411 250, aka Big Thunder. And not to be mean, but the woman is clearly a demon of some kind. And you might be like, what's wrong with girls supporting girls, Alex? This is not really that. This is all transactional. If they comment on your shit, they expect it back. And if you're not getting any of those surface level ass comments, well, you know nobody likes you and you're a loser. And everyone can see that you're the only girl not getting the stunning comments on your post, loser. So in reality, it's just another number on your post to worry about. You might counter me and be like, well, you know, the reels are pretty funny. And yes, I agree. There's some silly willy reels, but they're all brain rot. Just constant little dopamine hits. And after an hour and a half of scrolling, you get off your phone in a daze, feeling like Future coming down off a pint of lean. 30 IQ points lower, bored and unable to focus on anything for the rest of the day, remembering a total of 2 videos equal to 1 minute a time in that hour and a half doom scroll session. And now that your dopamine's depleted, what's gonna give you that rush? The softcore prawn, of course. On IG, TikTok, Snapchat, even though the girls might have a few more materials of clothing on, the jiggly wigglies are still very much in play. And has to do with a dumb monkey brain, after the dopamine crash inflicted by all the short form content, I gotta feel something. And the thing is, if I was a woman with a dump truck, I'd be trying to do the same exact thing. And there's nothing inherently wrong with pounding one off or even short form content in moderation. The problem comes with these apps having all these things wrapped up in one neat, clean package to manipulate our feeble monkey minds into jumping from one thing to the next. So we stay on for long stretches of time and keep coming back, wasting the most valuable thing we have as human beings: time. And it's not only the time spent scrolling, but it's also the time spent away doing other things, where we crave instant gratification because we're unable to just be in the moment. It's slowly destroying our attention spans and taking away the enjoyment that comes from real things, like talking to a friend, completing a difficult task, or even watching a sunset. Because now our brains are trained to constantly want things that induce strong emotions. Add in the spread of misinformation, live leaks. Yes, I've been recommended videos of people getting ended on IG. And the fact that most of their money comes from selling your information to advertisers. Oh, and there's that other matter. Well, since social media has been introduced, the depression and anxiety rates have gone up an insane amount. Coincidence? I think not. How can this be good? For the longest time, I wouldn't get off, not only because I was addicted to the whole game of it, but also because it's just so normalized. At least 90% of the people I know are on there daily. Even though I could recognize that it was harming my mental state, I was no different. I couldn't miss out on the constant overflow of information and shiny updates. But the thing is, these updates aren't real. Because only the wins are being shown. Competitive life. Outside of somebody posting about a family member passing away, there is no real vulnerability. Because who wants to show weakness to a bunch of people that they barely know? Which naturally makes the goal of the game to create an imaginary aesthetic force field around ourselves, with the hope that others see us as successful, whatever that means. Which isn't real life. As humans, we fail and lose and struggle and overcome. And it's through sharing these vulnerabilities and experiences with friends and family that we can relate and find real connection. These fake grids that consist of nothing but wins do nothing but isolate us. There is nothing social about social media. And as a guinea pig forced to grow up during the rise of all this shit, speaking purely from my own experience, I don't think the human race was ready for social media. The lizard man himself, Zuck, who owns both Facebook and Instagram, is fully aware of this. He won't let his kids on either, but we're stuck with it. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, just remember, it's okay to delete the socials for a bit. You're not gonna miss out on anything important, and even when you inevitably reinstall, a little detox is good, because at the end of the day, we're all hooked. And if you don't agree with a single thing I said here today, valid. Talking shit about social media while I'm still seeking out numbers and positive feedback from you, the viewer, who I'll probably never meet, while uploading videos to YouTube, which also overstimulates you and collects your info. I can't tell you how many times it's recommended a clip that spoils the show I'm watching when I've never even searched for the title on my phone. Highly suspect. But if you take anything from this video, just remember, you're not alone. We're all stuck in this social media driven hellscape together forever. But anyhow, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't follow any of the socials. In fact, go outside, get a whiff of grass, maybe suck on an ice cube or something. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and good night.